And you all, probably a lot of you have heard this before, but you're here because you're being recognized for going above and beyond your regular scope of your job, and you've been recognized by the public or coworkers or whoever. I can't say who nominated you, but good job, and I'm going to hand it over to the commissioners that are here to read, and enjoy yourselves.
Thank you.
So I'll just hand you the thing.
Go ahead.
Okay. We're glad to have with us today the chairman of the Alamance County Board of Commissioners, Mr. Eddie Boswell, and also County Commissioner Bob Berg. So glad to have them join us today. Thank you, gentlemen, for coming.
Just take turns. How about that?
And I don't want to be in.
Okay. All right. First, Nathan Moore, programmer analyst for Alamance County IT Department, is being recognized for excellence. Nathan assisted the Fire Marshal Office with implementing a new and much-needed permit and fee schedule. The previous way of obtaining permits for fire code was outdated. Nathan promptly met with us and listened attentively and asked relevant questions concerning our departmental needs. Nathan wasted no time working on our requests and communicated with us often. He provided clear information regarding how we could achieve our goal. He demonstrated a professional and courteous demeanor. Due to Nathan's work ethic, professionalism, job knowledge, problem-solving ability, and genuine personality, our department has our fee schedule in place. It has been a pleasure to work with him on this project. Nathan. Congratulations.
They can have their write-up too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Here you go. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Where's that? You should be in the middle.
You man with the award, not me.
Stand up there.
Here, I'm gonna hold the mic.
Okay. This next goes to Susan Bruner, Processing Assistant 3, Alamance County Department of Social Services. She is being recognized for excellence during the first quarter of fiscal year 2017-2018.
No, that's
That's
real meat of the
Susan, but Susan Bruner, we need to say that. Susan goes the extra mile to be sure mail is distributed efficiently and timely. If she ever has a question, she will ask rather than just guess. She has a can-do attitude. At times when there are large amounts of mail, she will even scan it for us so that we have more time to work on applications. So Susan, where's Susan?
Okay, this is for two. We're doing two at a time. Diane Seiler, Court Security, and Dwayne Janey. Alamance County Sheriff's Department, they are being recognized for their excellence. I have often seen Dwayne and Diane offer excellent customer service to our visitors. For example, they'll take the extra step to walk outside with someone to make sure the person that they are helping is headed in the right direction. In addition, they have worked hard implementing the new changes for entry to the Alamance County office building, and they exemplify the county core values, those that they serve each day with both the visitors and co-workers. And I'll vouch for that because I was over there one day and they were out there helping a lady out to the car that was having difficulty. Thank you very much. I'll let you handle Nathan paperwork there. Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. Used to the slim lens on this one, Scott. The slim.
Okay, next is Katrina Jackson, Social Worker Supervisor 1, Department of Social Services. The Child Care Subsidy Program has completed the transition to operating within NC FAST. I know a little bit about that. While previously the worker submitted attendance sheets to DSS staff to process for payment, the new system requires child care providers to enter their own attendance in the provider portal. Any error made by the provider could result in incorrect payment or even the possibility of no payment at all that month. September 6th was the final date that providers had to submit their attendance to receive payment for services provided during the month of August, and Katrina stayed till 7:30 p.m. that evening to make sure every Alamance County provider had successfully submitted their attendance. That included reaching out to providers that believed they had done everything correctly. Katrina noticed their attendance was not showing submitted and called to talk them through the steps they had missed, ensuring they would receive payment for the services that they had provided. Katrina did not have to do this, as this is clearly stated as a responsibility that falls on the provider. However, her concern for the providers and the children of Alamance County that they serve caused her to take the extra time to guide them through what is a new process for everyone. So Katrina, come on up.
Katrina didn't He does not stop.
Dedicated employee. All right. Next is Joanne Taylor, Human Resource Analyst 2. From a recent retiree, I want to let you know how helpful Joanne has been with all of me with paperwork. She has made this transition very easy. It can be stressful with all of the different agencies in play all at once. She was always prompt and professional, and she's truly been wonderful.
Okay, these two are together, and they're not here. I'm not saying they're together or not here, but
They're together and not here.
For Tammy Crawford, Director of Veteran Services, and Shannon Tyler, Assistant Service Officer. This is from a client. As a disabled Vietnam veteran, Tammy and Shannon worked diligently on my behalf to navigate the Veterans Administration's system to obtain the assistance I needed. Both individuals are very conscientious and caring, not just on my behalf, but for all veterans who walk through their door. They are knowledgeable and committed individuals who selflessly and tirelessly give their time to their clients and are a great resource for veterans in need in Alamance County. So, let's hear it for Tammy and Shannon.
All right, next, Robert Andrews, print unit supervisor in the print shop. Robert is always courteous, knowledgeable, and gets any work request out on time or early. He makes sure to ask questions before he starts so he gets the job right the first time. Whether it is a last-minute rush job, last-minute paper pickup, or routine large printing, Robert is a pleasure to work with and is a great asset in our print shop.
Okay, Terry Rudd, Processing Assistant 3, Alamance County Health Department. Quote, I was lost and Terry clearly, in a way I understood, gave me directions. She was amazing with my kids. She was helpful and greatly appreciated. I think these are two different folks. So, Terry Rupp, where are you?
All right, we have two, Brandon Summers and Sean Rudd, paramedics. On August 2nd, 2017, EMS responded to a residence with a male patient having chest pain. On arrival, all care was established in the residence. The patient had a history of heart attack in the past. The decision was made to transport the patient to ARMC. It was the knowledge and professional ability of these medics to put all care in motion prior to the patient's arrival at the ER. The patient is home after having a 100% blockage to one of the arteries in his heart, and later called to thank all of the medics that were on the call and how impressed he was at how EMS handled the situation. Are you Brandon or are you Sean? Sean, okay. There we go. I'll just keep both of them. Okay,
I'll do it. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Okay, Robert Key, Director, Alamance County Inspection.
Wait a minute. Are you sure about this?
No, I know Robert. Since Robert came to Alamance County over 2 years ago, he has made a big impact on many citizens and co-workers in Alamance County. He implemented changes such as home fire sprinkler incentive, blanket permits, online and system scheduling, and electronic review for commercial and residential projects. He is bilingual and does not hesitate to help the office staff when asked. He is very personable and understanding with contractors and homeowners, as well as his own staff. His door is always open. He is appreciative of his employees and thanks them on a regular basis for the good job they are doing. Robert?
I'll vouch you.
I know it was essentially part of
Okay, next, Charlene Garman. Charlene was the social worker assigned to my son's report a couple of years ago. He had been abused and neglected by his father, and in spite of many uphill battles Charlene faced, she fought for his safety and didn't stop until he was saved. Because of her, my son is now living free from abuse and is a senior in high school. He is also enrolled in the Fire Academy and will be qualified in May to be hired by any fire department. His life was headed downhill fast as a 13-year-old boy, but he was given a chance to live life without abuse and has a chance for a great life ahead. Call you a paramedic. Saving lives, girl. That's great.
Okay, next is Jeffrey Nelson, male print technician, ACIT. What is that?
Alamance County IT Department.
Print shop, ACIT. Jeff recently assisted us with a large postcard mailing. Not only did he and Robert respond amazingly fast, he made sure that the postcards met our approval and were mailed out at the first opportunity. With these postcards, we estimate that he saved our department at least $200 in postage, stationery, and work hours by getting this job out accurately and quickly. He is always a great help with our certified mail, and we appreciate his great work. So, Jeffrey.
Okay. Edwina DeRosa, Passport Manager for Alamance County Library. Edwina was superb. She was very professional from the very first point of contact. She was excellent at getting me an appointment that suits my schedule. She was courteous at the appointment and truly knowledgeable with excellent communication skills. I'll let you pass that. Making her work.
Pamela O'Malley, IMC1, Alamance County Social Services. Pam goes the extra mile every single day. I have seen her go to the parking lot to have an elderly disabled woman sign a form so she won't have to come into the building. Also, when CIP funds are no longer available, she has called local churches to find assistance for clients with disconnect notices. I could go on and on. Pam exemplifies the DSS way.
All right. Dora Ward, Processing Assistant 3 at the County Health Department. Dora works very fast and knows what she is doing. She put a huge smile on my face and made my day. There is no specific thing she did on this day. Overall, she is just outstanding. Very good.
So this is the last one for today, and this would be the SOAR Award for the quarter. And if I understand this correctly, this is being shared by 3 people.
Yes.
So this goes to all from our Alamance County Sheriff's Department. And they are Travis Hackney, Sergeant, Kyle McPherson, Sergeant, and Richard Longamore, Director of Personnel. There were several nominations for all or part of this group of men. In June, I was contacted by a critically ill employee of the Sheriff's Office and was asked if we could build her a handicapped ramp at her residence. She had been in a rehabilitation facility for several months and was planning on coming home. I informed her that it would be no problem. Sergeant Hackney and Sergeant McPherson were the first 2 to volunteer without hesitation. A plan was formed, and on July 13th, they obtained the necessary building materials for the construction project. On the day of the project, the weather conditions they faced were high humidity and a near record temperature of 97 degrees. It was a fairly extensive project and would require many hours to complete. They worked nonstop in the brutal heat and only broke from their labors for lunch. Finally, after 10 hours, it was finished. These unselfish men did not have to volunteer and could have opted to remain in an air-conditioned office setting instead of in a blazing inferno. I think well-deserved thanks are in order for coming to the aid of a less fortunate employee, putting her needs before those of themselves. I have included a picture of Sergeant Hackney and McPherson and the completed project. Thanks to them for their hard work and dedication to a valued member of our work family. Another nomination added, I would like to take this opportunity to nominate 3 members of our agency for the SOAR Award for this quarter. A handicap ramp was required in order to facilitate access for a fellow employee to her home. She had undergone a number of cancer treatments and surgeries and subsequently required the use of a wheelchair for mobility. Time was an element in completing the project to accommodate our employees' return home. The only compensation sought by these gentlemen was to see the joy and comfort in the face of a suffering coworker. I feel that each of these three gentlemen are well deserving of this award.
You did. No, you did. You know that.
Richard.
It's all right, I forgive you.
Okay.
Well, I just appreciate what all of you do. I mean, from our paramedics that save lives to our people with the social service health department that they're every day helping save lives, save forever. And of course, our deputies, inspection department, all of you do your job and you do it well. And you know, that's why I love living in Alamance County. That is the reason. And we have some of the best people right here in this county as far as I'm concerned. And thank you for what you do every day. I appreciate it.
I'd like to add my thanks too. You know, it's one thing to be recognized for good work by people like Susan or NJ or Stacy or Bruce or Sherry or even Brian or the sheriff or Robert. But it's another thing to be recognized by your peers or especially by the people that you serve. So I think that's just so meaningful and it speaks volumes about what you do. I've always believed that the work of county government and its diverse work as represented in this room is done by the people on the front lines, not by people on our dais or even in Brian's office, although we couldn't do it without Brian. He's there to support you and Sherry and Bruce and all of our managers. But that's where the work of government really gets done, and you do a great job. And I just thank you for everything that you do. Thank you.